Time for a disclaimer. In the previous video, I used the Romans in this battle, and also, for more historical information, watch the previous video. Hey guys, PrinceofMacedon here, doing this commentary video for Rome Total War. It's a multiplayer battle, and this is the reverse battle of the Battle of Tigranocerta, fought in October 6, 69 BC, between Lucullus of Rome and the Armenian forces of Tigranes the Great. This town here represents the newly built Armenian capital of Tigranocerta, named after Tigranes the Great. Anyways, in the previous video, I was commanding the Roman Army of Lucullus. This time around, my opponent's name is, well, let's see. I'll just call him Deus Proelium. That'll work. But for his setup, I made him deploy at the very edge of the map here to represent the Romans coming in from the other side of the river. And this hill here will be the crucial part of the battle. Once you get off the hill, then out in the open is where the Romans will be more vulnerable. But if they get into the town here, then it'll be almost impossible stopping the Romans, because in this close quarter type combat, it's definitely going to favor the Romans, because I can no longer outflank that. And without outflanking the Romans, then their superior stats will murder any of my levied, unupgraded troops here. So I wanted to simulate the fact that the Armenian army wasn't all together at the start of the battle. So I put all my infantry back in the town square, and now I'm moving them up. And this clash did begin with the Armenians sending in a bunch of cav to harass the Romans initially. Didn't go too well for the Armenians. Anyways, my opponent, Deus, I'll just call him that from now on, he's forming up his infantry on top of the hill. In the historical battle, this is where the Armenian Counterattack flank rested, and that's where they got hacked down by Lucullus. But anyways, I am not going to go into all the historical details for this battle. If you want to see if you want to hear all the historical details, you can watch my previous video. I even used the campaign map to illustrate just where all of these events leading up to this battle took place on the Rome Total War campaign map. So check it out if you want to. It's about 11 minutes of a historical background session. So, this is my opponent. He's just setting himself up on this hill, and I'm moving up my cataphracts. And supposedly, like this battle, the Armenians had 17,000 cataphracts. That's just a crazy number. And in order to simulate that, I just took a comparative view of how many legionnaires there were that I gave this guy. So I gave this guy 5 early legionary cohorts, and then I looked at the total amount of cataphract units, and I made sure they had a certain amount of, more horses than what the legionnaires were fielding. As for everything else, I just wanted to simulate a huge horde of Armenian troops, but to simulate the feel of a levied body, a huge massive levied body, I didn't upgrade any of these units. But again, if you want to see me use the Romans in this battle, then watch the previous video. I'll probably just link it in the video description. So this guy is facing my cataphracts that way. He seemed very disconcerted about the amount of cataphracts I had. So he is definitely transfixed on where my cataphracts are going. So you can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to split up his attention, put my cataphracts on this side, and I'm going to move up my body of infantry. If you'll note, I left nobody back to defend the capital. I'll tell you why later. I'm just a man of mystery. But this is my huge mass of recently levied troops here. It's pretty crazy. When Tigranes heard about this Roman invasion, he was scurrying around Armenia, gathering troops wherever he could. And the numbers of Appian and Plutarch aren't very reliable, but what to say, he got a massive army that greatly outnumbered the Roman army. But the problem was, because they were recently levied, then they weren't very experienced. They're kind of crappy. But this body of cataphracts and the amount of archers and skirmishers of Armenia gave the Romans something to worry about. But yeah, look at this. I'm gonna split up this guy's attention here. Yeah, and when someone doesn't move off this terrain advantage, then you have to manipulate him. You can see right now he's not shuffling right now. Every day you should be shuffling. So, my plan was to get him off the hill, either through force or through manipulation here. So, I want to split up my attention on both wings and make him see that the town's unprotected. So he might have the nerve to come down and try to go for my capital. I want to encourage him to come off, basically. But you can't win just through encouragement. You also have to use force. And with the Romans, you definitely have to use force. So these archer auxiliary have extreme range. I am worried about that. But you see that big opening I provided for him? It is a basic tenet of war. When you have the enemy surrounded, you have to leave one gap for him to escape. Otherwise, he'll fight like a beast if he feels trapped in a corner. So anyways, I got a little too close to those archer auxilia. I think I underestimated their range. So I lost some cataphracts here, see that? I lost 3. I'm gonna lose some more here. Or not, I probably should have though. But yeah, I have his attention fixed on this wing right now. And now, he sees my massive body of infantry coming. And now he's flaming these guys. These are my archers. Oh, that was a mistake. I meant for my peltas to be in the front. Not these guys. Oh well. Oh my gosh. That is tragic. Look at that. It's like the Gulf War. Oh. Having heartburn. Alright, so now my opponent's getting a little razzled here. Now he's shuffling. So now I have my guys in looser formation. I didn't want them in loose formation just yet. I mean earlier. But now I do. Alright, so now I'm gonna threaten on the side. See, now I'm making him bounce back and forth like a pinball machine here. That's exactly what I want. Don't want him to stay settled up there. So you see this this movement I'm doing? So Deus doesn't really know what I'm doing now. This is Lucullus. Look how many guys I lost already from the archer auxilia. So I'm just going to harass his archers a little bit. Just get their attention. And I'm not hitting too many of them. Just, you know, ample amounts. And you can see I'm running back again with my cataphracts. Problem with this constant movement with my cataphracts is that it is making my guys tired. That's one drawback. But I figure I'm going to make everything quick. So anyways, my opponent sees this opening now. And I think instead of staying on the hill, where I'm just constantly going back and forth, he's going to make a run for this opening, and that's exactly what I wanted. Get him off the hill, and get him to expose himself in the flanks and the rear. My guys are just shooting his guys from behind right now. See that? He sees an opening, and he's going to try to take it. He doesn't like his chances on the hill. So now I'm going to bring out my cataphract horde. I'm going to peel them off. Even though my cataphracts are not upgraded, they're still cataphracts. And their charge bonus is incredible. So you see his cab going all the way up. He's like, wait, should I go for the town square? Should I? Anyways, while he's running away like this, he is getting shot by my archers. Even my peltas got some good kills. But yeah, now his legionnaires are in no man's land. This is not where he wants to be. He wants to be either on the hill or in the town square. Right now I got him in purgatory. And now I'm gonna hurt him. See how fast his maxed out legionnaires got routed? Alright, so now his guys are turned around. And now his superior stats are gonna come into play here. So, I'm trying to get out of here now. Now that his guys are more prepared. Watch this. Look at this mass rout of my cataphracts here. That is the danger of having non-upgraded cataphracts versus maxed out legionnaires. So, you have to be tactically aware in this kind of situation. So now I'm going to try to get my guys out of here. At the same time I have my infantry coming up. I'm still harassing with my my missile units here. Anyways, my cataphracts are routing. But they're going to stop routing before they get to the town square. See that? Yeah, none of my guys ever make it to the town square. I don't think they're too threatened by that small body of Romans. But that's a perfect place for them to stop routing, because now that cuts off his entry point into my town. So now what is he gonna do? Anyway, see, these legionnaires are running for their lives, getting shot by my peltas and my archers here. Look at that. And let's watch the damage that they inflict. It didn't look too bad, but it's bad enough, I guess. Anyways, I got rid of the Archer Auxilia. So, since he can't go down this alley, he's gonna try to shuffle around. His guys are tired, though. Well, not his cav. His cav's pretty much in good shape. But he took a beating coming off that hill from my archers and my cataphracts. So now I'm gonna get this guy into the. I'm gonna keep pursuing him, keep applying pressure. I made a little mistake here. He catches my peltist, and I have no units to support. I just wanted. Well, I was just in such a rush to get his guys cornered that I sent all my immediate forces forward. But he routs one of my peltist units, and that's when I get my cataphracts out. Oh, look at that! I charged my own guys. Kind of like in the real battle at Tigranocerta, when the cataphracts were withdrawing, they smashed into their own troops when they were retreating from the legionnaires of Lucullus, who were just slashing down at their legs. Could you imagine riding a horse when your legs are gashed open? I couldn't. Anyways, I am harassing with my missiles here. From this angle, it's not that great. Shooting legionnaires from the front. You won't get too many troops like this. You might get a few. But right now, this is more just for psychological effect, and just to keep him pinned down in this corner. See this? He is in a corner right now, literally. And you can see my peltas stopped routing right here. See that? So I'm bringing out my light infantry to waste his pila. Now that I'm fighting his guys from the front, I do want to get rid of these pila. Because these guys are still maxed out. An interfrontal fight like this, then I will lose a lot of troops like this. But the good news is I have basically have him trapped in this corner here. We're being attacked. This looks kind of like that area in Star Wars. Is it Mos Eisley? Forgot. You know where the Cantina is. And he routed my peltas here, and unfortunately his Roman cav got away. But my peltas won't even make it to the town square. They're gonna stop routing a lot faster than that. I think around the entry point here. I just want to see, just to see. Come on, peltas. You're not cowards, are you? Alright, well, we could look at it from over here. There you go, they stopped routing. See that? So, here's my new deployment here. I'm bringing up Tigranes. Here he is. The King of Kings. His horse was actually white, according to the historians. At least the horse he rode mainly. Anyways, now I'm bringing up my spears. He's gonna come forward here. And now I'm bringing up all my units. All my cataphracts are concentrated on this flank here. I want to skirt around this, and I'm also gonna outflank with my imitation legionnaires. So I'm trying to take out Lucullus. He's still alive. And I route a legionnaire unit here. And I'm bringing this cataphract unit to come in from this flank. And see my legionnaires outflanking over here. And here come my cataphracts coming in from the other side. And he routed one of my units here. What is that? A heavy spear unit. So yeah, those maxed out legionnaires are still very effective from in a frontal fight. That's why I was saying that in the streets of Tigranocerta, I would have a hard time fighting those legionnaires. So my only chance of beating him, well, my best chance of beating him was out in the open here, between the town and the hill. So these cataphracts come around for a flanking charge, and that finally causes the mass rout. And there we killed Lucullus. Let's watch the last stand of Lucullus's Fimbrian legionnaires. This would have been really bad if Lucullus lost his battle.
Lies in your grasp, and there is nothing the enemy can do but run.
Yeah, as I said in my previous video, Lucullus had no permission from Rome to launch this invasion of Armenia. So the Senate would have been extra ticked off had he lost this campaign in Armenia. So, these are the results, and we stopped Lucullus from taking Tigranocerta. And for now, Mithridates is 6. Tigranes' father-in-law is safe from Roman hands. It might be only a matter of time before the Romans come back. But then again, since Lucullus had no permission from Rome to begin with, maybe Mithridates would be safer now. Who knows? Because Armenia is now protecting Mithridates. Anyways, good game to Deos. I want to thank him for taking part in this historical battle, the reverse side. And again, if you want to see me use the Romans in this battle, then check out my previous video, and I'll try to link it in the video description. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.